Hello Kitty's furry tale theater, I think, is one of the most enjoyable fever dreams I have ever come across. As somebody who goes to thrift stores for just something to do if I'm bored, I often see Hello Kitty DVDs, and I usually don't pick them up. And then one day I thought I might, and the box was empty, so I didn't buy it. Don't worry, I did not buy an empty box. That has happened to me in the past, but I checked. It was empty. And I thought a little bit about it. The one I always see is Cinder Kitty. So I decided to take a look online and see if I can watch it. And I can. They're all free on YouTube. And I thought, there's no way I'm not talking about this on my channel. So before we get any further, hi, I'm Bailey, and this is my safe space to yap. If you're watching this, you're probably my friend and I sent it to you, so thank you very much for clicking on it. If you're not my friend, also thank you very much for clicking on it. We're in for a wild ride. Oh, what? Come here. Birdie's barking at me. Oh wait, I should change my lights. I never actually watched the Hello Kitty movies or show. Hello Kitty's Fairy Tale Theater is from 1987. Oh, hello, Mr. Man. Can you see him? Welcome. It's been a while since you've jumped up mid-video. So I didn't actually watch it as a kid. But it's on YouTube, and it's okay that this video is going to be shorter. That's kind of the point. Sometimes I need a short video to give myself a break. So the first episode of Hello Kitty's Fairy Tale Theater is The Wizard of Paws. There are so many cat puns in this episode. I assume the whole series. This show starts with one of the most exuberant intros I've ever seen, and my favorite part is when the title card melts down into glitter that then becomes the cast of characters. And then the episode starts with people coming into the theater, and we see backstage where Hello Kitty's grandma, I think that's her grandma. I don't know all of the Hello Kitty lore. Please feel free to be really aggressive and mean to me in the comments, because that always gets people to agree with your thoughts. And for some reason, I thought that was Dear Daniel at first. It's not. It's Hello Kitty. And this green tall cat wants to sabotage her. Upon Googling, her name is Catnip. They don't say it. So we're just going to call her Green Cat. She goes into Tuxedo Sam's dressing room. I love his dressing room. And swaps out. He's getting dressed as the Tin Man. And he's like, this is squeaky. I need some oil. And he sprays some oil on himself. And she swaps it out with something. But we don't know what. And then the show starts because Hello Kitty presents the show to the audience. Hello Dorothy lives in the land of catfish with her grandparents. The tornado immediately hits. Her grandparents do a really good job of looking for her.
I can't find her anywhere! Let's look in the cellar!
There is no color change. Hello Dorothy barely cares about waking up in a tornado. She lands in the land of Paws, where the Tin Penguin introduces himself, and also the Scarecrow Chip and the Cowardly Rabbit. And there are munchkins. I think he calls them munchkittens, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes they say their puns so fast I don't realize that they're saying puns. They thank Hello Dorothy for helping them because the wicked Witchin was going to turn them into kitty litter. Unclear what she helped them with. And then the swaggiest Glinda ever shows up. Ariana Grande could never. Hello Dorothy finds a sparkly collar on the ground, picks it up, at which point the house bounces up and down, and the green cat comes out and is like, give me my collar back. And Hello Dorothy's like, no. And then she hops on her broom and flies away. Glinda tells Hello Dorothy she needs to see the Wizard of Paws to get back to the land of catfish, and then just dips. The Tin Penguin says that they'll go with her all aboard the yellow Block Road Express to Anchovy City. I fuck heavy with Anchovy City. I love the design of it. The Wiz, has drip. If I had any sewing ability, or if I had like tons of money to hire somebody to do it, that's what I would wear for Halloween. I would be Hello Kitty Wizard of Paws, the Wiz. He asks them what they want. There is no man behind the curtain at all. They just say, hey, what do you want? Here's what I want. His math and calculator is really good.
That's 4 wishes times 3 spells plus overtime. Very well.
They have to go get the witch's broom. The wicked Witchin has been watching them on a TV and sends Lieutenant Grinder out to go stop them. His design kind of makes me feel insane. Bad guys are tall, good guys are short. Great message we're sending. So I guess Lieutenant Grinder is Chistery, and he leads the flying poodles, who then beat up members of the crew in various sports ways, and then kidnap Hello Dorothy. Also, I have only watched this one episode at this point in time, I have no idea how much of this is normal characterization or anything. I don't know if his name is Grinder or Lieutenant Grinder. Frankly, I think it's funnier if I don't Google it. And we'll be on this journey together, okay? The flying monkeys drop everybody that's not Hello Dorothy. The cowardly rabbit bails for like half a second and then comes back and helps everybody. Puts straw back into the Tin Man chip and pulls the Scarecrow chip, and then pulls the Tin Man penguin out of mud. Sorry, the Tin Penguin. Oh my god.
I feel like at this point, my summary is going to be longer than the episode.
Because of his little swim, I guess, the Tin Penguin can't move, so he says, spray that oil on me, and then whipped cream comes out, so I guess that's what the green cat had set up in the dressing room, but Glinda immediately appears and says, oh, trained ya! And so that's taken care of. Every obstacle lasts for about half a second in this show, and then she just disappears. Hello Dorothy refuses to give up the collar. The Tin Penguin helps them just fly into the castle, but he says, okay, here's the plan. I'm not kidding you, that there's just silence after he says that, but his plan is to like taunt them into opening the drawbridge, and that'll fling them in, and it works. Also, they land in the exact room that Hello Dorothy and the Wicked Witchin were in. We get about 2 seconds of action before the Wicked Witchin casts a spell at them to turn them into frogs, but they duck and it bounces off a mirror and hits her, and she turns into a frog. So they just hop on her broom and fly away, and then she gets aggressively hit on by a man frog. The gang crash lands at the Swaggy Wizard's house. He gives them gifts. The Cowardly Rabbit gets a pair of sunglasses so nobody can tell if they're scared, and it reminded me of when they put sunglasses on kids when they have to testify in court. To the Scarecrow Chip, he gets a report card. All A's. You must be really smart. And I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. But then I remembered, this is actually, this one thing is an incredible adaptation of Wizard of Oz because he just gets a diploma. Diploma doesn't mean you're smart. So actually, great adaptation for making it something kids would understand. The Tin Man chip, oh my god. The Tin Penguin is told that he has a heart because people love him and nobody would love him if he was heartless.
Sound logic, I guess.
But also, people root for Jen Shaw, so I don't know. And then he offers Hello Dorothy a ride home on the witch's broom with him, but he doesn't know how to drive it and just flies off without her. And I am obsessed with how unimpressed her facial expression is. And then Drippy Glinda shows up and says, just close your eyes, hold the collar, and say, home, furry, home, over and over and over again. And it works, and she wakes up in her bedroom. She's glad to be back, and there's no place like home, furry, home. The audience claps, the curtains close, and then it's time for curtain call, and the wizard comes out, and then the Swaggy Wizard comes out on the broom and just kind of flies around and says, I still don't know how to drive this thing, and then lands on the stage. Everybody bows, and that's it. That's the end. This is the most breakneck adaptation of The Wizard of Oz I think I've ever experienced. I felt out of breath at the end of the episode, and it was only 10 minutes long. Sorry, 12. There's no singing. There's a lot of cat puns. I guess, yeah, you got the important. There's no poppies. There's no ignore the man behind. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Glinda and Elphaba don't kiss. I am amazed by this adaptation. There are a lot of times where the lip flaps just don't match up. I liked it. There's not much to say about it. If I were to compare this to other adaptations, I would say, you know what? It sure was fun. I like The Wiz more. Do I like it more than Wicked? It's not sapphic. I don't know where Dear Daniel is. There are times where it feels like Tuxedo Sam is supposed to be Hello Kitty's boyfriend. That's bonkers. But I did enjoy it, and I am excited to watch more of Hello Kitty's furry tale theater. I hope that I get some more explanations on the Green Cat and Lieutenant Grinder. At this point in time, I feel incredibly maternal towards Tuxedo Sam. I hope other characters get more screen time and I get the chance to fall in love with them too. But for now, Tuxedo Sam,
you're my Pookie.
Okay, short one today. That was kind of the whole point, just to give myself a little bit of a break. The next Hello Kitty story is Pinocchio. I'm excited to see it. I hope you are too. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please follow me on TikTok at BLYHDGN, and please donate to your local PBS station. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.